welcome to a mixed ability Vinyasa session. My name is Kamara, and this is kind of like a whole class that I would teach or have taught in the past, which will have an element of breathing, warming up, some salutations movement, and a Savasana relaxation at the end. And I'll put timestamps below so you can find which bit of the class you want to do, or you can stay for the whole class. But these classes are dedicated to the classes I used to teach, but because I've moved to a slightly different career at the moment, these are just so I can engage with those people and have a bit of fun myself doing them. So to begin with, if you want to find a comfortable place to start in, whether it's at home, out and about, maybe in the garden, just set the space as you like it to be, and maybe have a prop with you today. So I need a couple of poses that need to stay, not very many, but you can use a block, a book, a cushion, whatever is available to you. And today's class, we've got a couple of twisting poses in there. Going to do thread the needle at some point, so it should be quite a nice class today. So if we begin. So if you find a comfortable position to begin in, whether you're sitting down on the ground, maybe on the block, you could have the legs crossed in front of you, or maybe even start the class laying down on the ground. And when we're there, we'll just close the eyes down or gaze softly out in front of us, and just take a moment to arrive to the space, observing how we're feeling. And just know that during today's class, notice what your body needs rather than how you want the poses to look. And if you're aware of any discomforts or injuries that you have, please take your time as you move through the poses, maybe taking a variation, using the props available, or even coming out for the poses and resting. Whether that's laying down, taking a seat, or a child's pose, just making this class your own. And we'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths in and sighing them out through the mouth together. So we exhale first, prepare, and then take a deep breath in. Then out through the mouth. Breathing in and back out. One last time, breathing in, alongside, back out. And for our breathing today, we'll be breathing into the abdomen and then slightly up into the rib cage as well. So maybe you want to place one hand or both hands on the abdomen, or one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the heart space. And on our inhale, we'll be breathing into the abdomen, expanding it out. You know, the breath move up through the rib cage so they expand as well. And then the exhale, reverse the order, relaxing all the body back in. I'll guide the first 3 rounds for count of 4 for the inhale, count of 6 for the exhale. So we get ready, exhale first. And then we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue this pattern of breath on the inhale, let the body expand, and maybe have a natural pause at the top. And then exhale, letting the body relax back in. Try to focus on that movement of the breath and the expansion, travelling up and then going back down, like a wave, so travelling up and down the body. And you can make the breath slightly longer or shorter. We'll just take a few more rounds. Taking one more round. Then returning the hands to the sides if they're not already there. And letting the breath return to its natural pace. Just as we sit here, take a moment to maybe notice the sounds outside the room or furthest away from you. And and know that they may come and go during today's class. Next, bring the awareness to the sounds within the room, the ones closer to you. And then bring your awareness to the sound or feeling of your own breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. And know that at any point you can bring your attention back here. As you move on to a gentle movement, if you're laying down the ground, you can either adjust the movements to where you are or come and join us in seated. And if you're seated already, you can stay in the position you're in, or maybe change the crossing over of the legs or adjust how you're seated. And we'll first bring the chin down to chest. On your inhale, bring left ear to left shoulder, stretching out the side of the neck. And on the exhale, return chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Repeating 2 more times on both sides. Bring the ear to shoulder. And when you're ready, moving through center to the other side. Turning head to centre. We'll next lean the body over the legs slightly and draw circles with the torso coming to the side, around the back, and then back to the front. Maybe taking these circles quite slowly, maybe moving quite deeply or pausing. Just enjoying this movement. And then taking it the other way, again drawing circles in the other direction this time. Okay, and then returning back to neutral. We get ready to take 3 rounds of seated cat-cow, and you can keep your eyes closed for these movements or softly blink them open. But on our inhale, the chest comes forward, shoulder blades together as we look up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, rolling down, push the spine out, shoulder blades apart as you curl inwards. Inhale, rising with the breath. And your exhale, rolling back down. Taking 1 more round. And then returning back to neutral when you finished. From here, bring both arms up overhead, taking a side stretch. The left hand comes down as the right arm reaches over, keeping the body open up towards the ceiling and maybe looking up towards the hand or down at the ground next to you, whichever is more comfortable for the neck. And on your next inhale up through center, we take a twist. Left hand comes to right knee, crossing over the body. And the right hand goes to the ground behind, looking over the shoulder. Taking a breath here. On your next inhale, both arms up overhead, side, stretching the other side. The right hand comes down, the left arm reaches over, keeping the left hip towards the ground. Taking your breath. And on the inhale up through center, taking a twist, right hand to left knee. Left on the ground behind you, looking over the shoulder. And on your inhale, both arms up overhead. Lovely from here. Finally, length up the back. Maybe reach it with one arm, then the other, or both arms. And after your next breath on the exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. We're going to come up to stand. So if you like to roll over onto the fronts of the legs, tuck the toes under and slowly come up to standing, or finding a way that's comfortable to standing. And when we're there, we're going to meet at the tops of our mats, getting ready for our 3 rounds of sun salutations. The first round slightly slower and the next 2 rounds a little bit faster. And so to begin, we're grounding down to the feet, about hip distance or narrower apart. Keep the pelvis tucked under, engaging the core. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the back so we stand tall for a moment. Inhale, bring both arms up overhead, palms reach together or separate. Eyes looking up, but the hands are out in front of you. On your exhale, forward fold, falling from the hips, drop the chest and head down. Bring your hands out to the mat. The legs are hanging in the air, maybe having a slight bend in the knees. And on your inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Lovely. Hands to shins, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands down, stepping back the feet. And we're lowering down to the mat to allow the knees on or off the floor. Bending the elbows, bring the chest down, and the rest of the body can follow. On your inhale, maybe you're taking Sphinx pose. Elbows and shoulders, arms and hands press down, staying for a breath. Maybe you take Cobra, hands and shoulders, inhale, elbows in, or up dog if you prefer to do that. On your exhale, lowering, pressing back. Maybe you like to take Child's pose, big toes together, knees apart or together. Staying here for 3 breaths, or you can take downward dog, bring the hips up. Pressing down to the hands, arms rotate away from the ears. Hips are high, drop the heels down. Chest moves towards the thighs as you look back behind you. Nice, taking a breath. And then looking forwards, walk or jump the feet towards the hands. Or slowly come from Child's pose, inhale. We're meeting at halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And on the next inhale, bend in the knees, slowly coming up, feeling through the back. Raise the head and arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale in front of the chest. Nice, okay. Take the second round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the chest and head down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down, stepping back with the into plank pose and lowering down to the mat. Bending those elbows slowly. Inhale, choosing Sphinx or Cobra. Pressing down to the mat. Exhale, lower. And then pressing back. Maybe taking Child's pose or maybe taking downward dog. And whichever pose you choose, find your variation. If you want to add a bit of movement. Maybe pedaling through the feet, dropping one heel down and the other. Maybe twisting the hips or shaking the head. Taking one more breath. Okay, then looking forward, walk or drop the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And on the next inhale, bend the knees, so slowly coming up. Feeling through the back. Bring arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale in front of the chest. Last round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the ground, stepping back with the feet, and then lowering down to the mat to allow the knees on or off the floor. On your inhale, taking Sphinx, Cobra, up dog. Exhale, lowering. From here, pressing back, choosing Child's pose or downward dog, taking 3 breaths. Moving to our next pose straight from here. So you're going to bring the knees down to the ground, take tabletop. So yeah, downward dog, bring the knees down, but from Child's pose, rising up. And we're going to bring wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to thread the needle, take 3 rounds of movement, and then hold at the bottom. So we're keeping the left hand on the ground, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening along the side. On your exhale, thread the arm behind the left, reaching through, keeping it off the ground. Inhale, opening up. 2 more like this. Exhale, threading. Inhale, opening. And let the head follow the hands you reach through. And on this next round, this 4th round, we're going to thread the arm behind the left arm, place it down the mat, and then the right side of the face down to the ground as well. From here, press down into that left hand. And you can either keep the hand here, maybe take it out in front of you for a stretch along the side of the body. Maybe reach up towards the ceiling or wrap the hand around the lower back. Choosing what feels best for the arm. If you want to add a bit more challenge to this pose, you can take that left leg out straight, keeping the toes on the mat. Or see if you can lift the foot off the ground, finding a bit of a balance here. going to take 2 or 3 more breaths here. You can always adjust which one you're holding. Last breath. And if the left foot is lifted, bend the knee, bring it back in. If the left hand is up above you or in front, bring it back to where it started. Press into the ground, lift the body up, open up through the right side one last time. And then place it down on the ground, okay, all fours. From here, take the right leg out behind it, stretching out. On your exhale, knee to chest, curling through the back, a bit like cat-cow. Inhale, take it back out behind you. 2 more of these. Exhale, curling in, rounding the back. Inhale, take it out. 1 more time. Take it out behind you. From here, 1 more time, you're going to bend that knee in towards the chest. This time, place it down between the hands, helping it there. When we're here, tuck the back toes under, lift up the back leg, and we're pressing up, kind of into a high lunge, but then we're going to press into that front leg. Bounce the front, back leg forward, so we're standing at the top of the mat. From here, keeping the right foot on the ground, hands come to hips or in front of the chest, as we just take a 1 leg balance, taking that left foot off the ground, maybe holding out in front of you, up towards hip level, or bending the knee. Pressing down to that standing leg, keeping pelvis tucked, core engaged, standing up tall through the back, taking 1 more breath. And then that lifted legs coming back into warrior 1 now. Take about 1 metre or so behind you, 4 to 5 degrees to the back of the mat, bending into that front knee, bring the arms up. And we're going to keep the pelvis tucked in, reach up through the back. Try not to scrunch the shoulders up to the ears, just keep them slightly lower. Taking another breath. And then opening out into warrior 2. Back edge of the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, sinking low in that hip. And then reverse warrior, front palm up, skip it forward and bring it back. Back hand, back leg as that front arm reaches up. I'm looking up at the hand or down behind you. Taking another breath. Inhale, warrior 2, side angle. Bend the front elbow, front forearm to front thigh, the back arm over reaches forwards. Wraps around the lower back, or you can take a bind. For your bind, bring the upper body onto the inside, that front leg. Reach the front hand round for your back hand, so that's right to left. See if you can hold here. Taking 1 more breath, keeping a bend in that front knee. Unravel the arms if they're in the bind. Bring your back arm up above you. Inhale, warrior 2, strong arms out to the side. Straighten into that front leg, rotate the front foot round so it's parallel to the back. We're going to slowly work our way down into a wide leg forward fold. So bring the hands onto the top of the right thigh, slightly bend the knee. Change them over to the left. On the next time you come over, move the hands down towards the knee, and the other side. Then the upper calf on the shin. Until we start bending over slightly here, working our way down. Till the hands are on the mat potentially, going side to side. And then slowly find your way, slowing down the movement, holding the center. Maybe in a forward fold, if you don't want to have your head lower than your heart, you can just hold halfway, the hands on the mat, flat back. Taking 1 more breath. Okay, and bring the hands to the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bending into that front knee, slowly come back round to the front into like a low runner's lunge. I'm just going to face the front to show you this next pose. So we're having the hands either side the front leg, left hand stays on the ground, so we reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening towards the knee that's in front of us. You can either stay here, maybe wrap the upper arm around the lower back, right hand to left hip, or maybe rotate onto the side of that front foot, onto the right side of the front foot, and onto the side of the back foot, opening into the hips here towards the side. Nice last breath. Going on to the feet if we've twisted. Bring that right arm back up and onto the inside this time of that front foot. And we're going to walk the front foot out to the edge, taking lizard lunge. With that back knee, you can drop it down or keep it lifted. And the hands are either on the mat Maybe on a prop for a bit more height in the chest, or coming down onto the forearms. Yeah, taking your lizard lunge here, we're going to take 2 more breaths. Maybe add a bit of movement as we hold. Nice. And then just for a moment, we're going to press back into half splits to kind of take an opposite pose here. So walk the hands back, straightening into that leg. Hands can either be on the mat, on the fingers, or on the block. Bring that right hip back. Yeah, bring the left hip back so the right hip moves back, straightening along the back of that leg. And flexing that foot here today, we just hold. Taking 1 more breath. Nice, and get ready to move once again. Bending into that front knee, coming forwards, and then slide the right leg back to join the left. Taking a rest between sides, either in child's pose or downward dog. I'm going to take a quick drink here. And then I'm going to flip around, facing away myself, just so I can keep facing the camera towards you guys. But you can just stay facing the way you already are, or if it makes it easier, you can switch around as well. Okay, taking it on this side, so your inhale, we're going to be coming into tabletop. So child's pose, we rise up, downward dog, we come down to knees. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Taking out, thread the needle. Right hand stays down, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, and on that exhale, the left arm threads behind the right, reaching through. Inhale, reaching up. 2 more, exhale, coming down, inhale, reaching. Last one. And then this time we're holding at the bottom of your exhale, thread the left arm behind the right, placing it on the mat. Right hand presses down, placing the whole that left arm down to the mat. You can either stay here, maybe take the arm out in front of you, maybe wrap the arm around the lower back, maybe take that right foot out along the mat onto the toes, or maybe lift off the ground, putting some toes out behind you. Balance challenge. And don't worry if you topple over to the side. Definitely happens a few times in your first attempts. Nice, just holding where it feels best. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. Okay. We then bring the right foot down if it's lifted and come back onto the right knee. Bring the right hand down to where it started as well. Then press into the hand, lift the left arm up 1 more time, and place it down onto the mat. Okay, wrists and the shoulders, knees underneath hips, tabletop. We then take the left leg out behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it into the chest, round through the back. Inhale, extend the leg. 2 more, exhale in. Inhale behind you. And then this next round, we bend the knee and then place the foot at the top of the mat to guide you there. Tuck the toes under the back leg and then step up so we're at the front of the mat. You're going to join us in standing. Taking quick balance here, hands to hips or in front of the chest. We keep the left foot on the mat. So we take the right foot off the ground, either just slightly in line with the hip or bend in the knee. Choosing where we're holding. Taking 2 breaths here. And then with that lifted foot, we're stepping back about a metre or so to row 1. Place that down at 45 degree angle to the back of the mat. Bending into that front knee, knees in line with the ankle. Bring the arms up just for a moment, reaching up through the back, pelvis is tucked in. And then opening out to warrior 2. Open towards the side, back edge, that back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Bending into that front knee. Reverse warrior, front palm up, scoop it forwards and bring it back. Back hand to back leg as that front arm reaches up. I'm looking up or down behind. And your inhale up through center. Exhale, bend the front elbow from forearm to front thighs. That front back arm, reaches forwards. Going into side angle, either holding here, or the arm around the lower back, or take that bind. We bring the body down and reach the hand round to find the back bind if we're there. Bring the back arm up. Inhale, warrior two. Strong arms out to the side, bending that front knee, and then straighten it. Front foot is rotated round to be parallel to the back. And you can either work your way down again, or if you prefer, fold forwards into halfway, hold there, or all the way down. And your choice, the hands can be on the mat, ankles, or taking on the elbows. Maybe shake the head or nod the head, yes. And you can sway the body or bend the knees still. Just making this pose your own for the next 2 breaths. Okay. And then coming up, lifting up halfway, inhale, hands to the mat. Bend into that front knee as you rotate round towards the front of the mat. Low lunge. Keep the right hand down, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. And either you're twisting onto the sides of the feet, or you're staying up high, reaching up through the left arm, maybe wrapping it around the low back. One more breath. If anything you want to drop your knee down, you can do as well. Okay, exhale, bring the left hand down. Walk that left foot, that front foot out to the outside edge and have both hands on the inside. And maybe you want to take your lizard lunge with the hands up high, maybe on the forearms, maybe the knees on the ground or lifted, maybe ready some movement or stillness. Just take a few breaths. One more breath. And then you're going to press back into half splits. Going up into the hands. Drop the back knee down if it's lifted. Slowly bring the hips back, straight into that front leg. And again, your variation of half splits here. Taking back 2 breaths or so. Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip forwards. Okay, lovely. Move any props to the side. Bending into that front knee just for a moment, then slide the left leg back and taking a rest between poses, either in child's pose or in downward dog. And once again, I'm going to flip over to the other side. Getting ready for our next few poses. Okay. From here, we're coming down to the mat. So from downward dog, when you come down to the knees. From child's pose, rise up for a moment. Shuffle the knees back, bend the elbows, you lean the chest forwards, bring the chest and chin down, then the rest of the body can follow. And we're first coming into Sphinx pose. Inhale, elbows under shoulders, frozen hands pressed down. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades together. Pressing down into the tops of the feet, keeping the legs active. You hold here for another breath or 2. Maybe taking the feet slightly wider than the hips if there's any discomfort in the lower back. Your next breath, and layering down. On this second round, taking the same pose, or this time taking Cobra. If you're taking Cobra, the hands slide underneath the shoulders. On your inhale, we lift the body up slightly. Bring the elbows in, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Pressing down to the feet. Nice, taking one more deep breath. And on your exhale, taking a rest momentarily here, hand over hand, forehead in the backs of the hands, and then bring the heels so they're kind of facing each other, taking crocodile pose. For our next pose, we'll be taking Scorpion. So you can either listen for instructions or watch for the demonstration. And so for this pose, we're taking, it's kind of one on each side of the body. For example, I'm going to be taking my right arm out along the ground in line with the shoulder and place the right side of the face down onto the mat. From here, my left hand presses down into the ground and I slowly roll over onto my right side towards my arm that's outstretched. Maybe this is enough to hold here. Or maybe you want to bend the top knee and place that left foot on the ground behind you, either on the toes or on the foot. Okay. As you're holding here, maybe this is enough. Maybe you want to wrap the left arm around the lower back, opening across the top of the shoulder. And we're going to be holding here for a few breaths. So if you do want to come out of this pose, bring the left hand down, left leg on the right leg, roll back forwards and rest. Okay? Okay, so we're going to take it together now. So right arm out to the side, right side of the face down to the mat. Pressing into that left hand next to you, roll onto the right side of the body. Either you're staying here and maybe bending that left knee, placing the foot behind you, pressing down with that left hand or wrapping it around the lower back. Okay, I'm going to take a variation where my hand stays on the ground today. We're just holding here for a few more breaths. Maybe closing the eyes. Noticing where we feel this pose in the body as we twist round. Okay, and then get ready to move. Bring the left arms around the back to the mat. Place the left leg on top of the right and slowly roll forwards here. Nice. And then taking it onto the other side. It's time to take the left arm out, left side of the face onto the ground. From here, rolling over onto the left side of the body. Bending the top knee, maybe placing it onto the mat, onto the floor beside you. Maybe wrapping the right hand around the lower back. And again, pressing down, holding here. Breathing as you hold. One more breath. Turning the right hand to where it started. Right leg on top of the left. Slowly roll onto the front. Hand over hand, taking a resting pose. And this time maybe sweeping the, I don't know, wind sweeping? No. Sweeping the legs side to side, rocking them side to side. Just releasing anything in the lower back. To stillness. From here, I'm going to press back into either child's pose or downward dog and take 3 breaths there. Just taking your resting pose between poses. Taking one more breath. Okay, and then from downward dog, come down to the knees into all fours. Pose, walking the hands back, and everyone's coming to sit back on the heels. Roll over onto one side, take the legs out long in front of us. And I think from here today we're going to take a butterfly pose. So going to face you. You can either stay sitting on the mat or come and sit up on a block with a bit more space and length from the back. And then we're going to place the soles of feet together and the knees apart. And you might find that it's easier to have the feet further away from you, so it's less intense on the inside of the hips, or bring the feet a bit closer and then bring the knees out, which is a bit more intense to the hips, but can feel quite nice for people as well. So we're first going to take a twist on either side and then a fold over the fronts of the legs. So inhale, lifting up through the back. Our right hand comes to left knee, or go the other way, doesn't matter which way you go here, but we're just going to look over the shoulder slightly. And maybe on those inhales, find length for the back. Exhale, twisting round to the side. You might find you can't twist as far as you do in other poses, and that's fine. Just taking a slight twist here. One more breath. And inhale, arms up, opposite side. Exhale. Maybe it's the left hand to right knee, right hand on the ground behind you, or maybe you've twisted the other way. And again, we just take a few breaths here. Last breath. Okay, and then inhale, come back to center. We're going to take a fold over the legs in front of us. So maybe you're still up on the block. Maybe you're on the mat, doesn't matter which, but we're going to inhale, reach up, find length at the back. Exhale, fold forwards over the legs. Placing the hands down, either on the mat, either on the feet themselves. I'm going to move the block just so I'm a bit lower here. And just take a few breaths. Folding forwards, curling over the legs a little bit. One more breath. And then your inhale, slowly coming back up to seated. Okay. We're going to take one more fold with both legs out long along the mat. So point the toes up towards the ceiling. Have a slight bend in the knees, and we're sitting up straight on the sitting bones. Inhale, lift the body up. Well, not lift, lengthen through the back. And then exhale, folding over the legs, keeping the back straight for a moment, placing the hands down. Maybe two fingers around the big toes, or the hands and the legs around the mat. And then dropping the head down if you would prefer to as well in this pose. Taking a few breaths here. Taking 2 breaths. Okay, nice work. When you're ready on that next inhale, slowly walk the hands in, going upright. And we come to lay down on the ground. So from here, maybe you want to bring the arms off the mat, engage the core and slowly roll down. Or maybe place the forearms down and guide yourself to the mat. And then laying down on the ground when we're there. Okay, we're then going to bend both knees and hook them in over the chest. Take hold of the legs of the hands, we maybe rock side to side. Maybe draw circles with the knees, or maybe like to take circles, taking the knees away from each other and then together. Okay, and then coming to stillness, taking figure of 4. We're going to place the left on the ground, keeping the knee bent, and the right ankle onto the left knee. Flex the right foot, pushing the right knee away actively in the body. You can either stay here, finding that opening into the hips and leg, or maybe bring the left foot off the ground, both legs in closer, and take hold of the left shin or behind the left thigh. Okay, taking a few breaths here, getting a bit of movement, just holding stillness. And try to find a place where you can feel the stretch but not pushing so far into discomfort. From here, you can either hook or guide that leg a bit closer for a stretch on the back with the right leg. Or maybe you like to point and flex the foot or draw circles with the ankle, just when you move, that feels good. Okay, now we're going to bend the right knee, hook it in over the body and slide the left leg away, getting ready for a 1-leg twist. Keep hold of the right leg with the left hand. And the right arm goes out along the ground line of the shoulder, eyebrow straight, or bend into the elbow to practice arms. On your exhale, right leg crosses over to the left, taking a twist. And when we're there, right hand, so the left hand can stay on the right leg, or go out on the ground as well. Maybe you want to place some support underneath the knee. And with the head round, looking up at the ceiling or over towards your right hand, taking a deep twist. Holding this twist. Another few breaths. If at any point this twist is too much, slowly come out the pose and hook the legs in and take a different pose instead. out straight or into cactus arms on the ground. Exhale, left leg over to the right. Coming into a twist. Maybe holding the leg there, rotating the right arm out from the ground, and maybe looking over towards the left hand. Take a few deep breaths here. Focusing on that breath. Noticing again that expansion in the abdomen and up through the rib cage. Maybe noticing how high the breath goes in the body. Does it get to the shoulders as well? Taking one more breath. And then bring the head to center. Guide the left leg over the body. Hug the right knee in. Then we're going to take a happy baby pose. For this pose, keep the knees bent, take them out to the sides. Bring the feet up, so facing towards the ceiling. And take hold of the outside edge of the ankle or the outside edge of the feet. And then guide the knees down towards the sides of the body. From here, rather holding here, maybe rocking side to side. Or maybe how we go straightening one leg and then the other. Both legs straight, or maybe prefer to keep them bent. And just take another breath or two here. Okay, and then if the legs are straight, bend them back in. Release the feet slowly. Put them in over the top of the body. Maybe bring the forehead to the knees as well for a tight curl. Release the head down. Extend one leg out along the ground and then the other. And then taking both arms up above you. And take a full body stretch. On your inhale in a moment, tense all the muscles in the body. And on the exhale, release them. Okay, so inhale, squeeze the hands, the feet, the arms, the legs, the abdomen. And on the exhale, release one more time. Inhale, squeezing here. And exhale. And from here, we're going to take a stretch or movement of your own choice. So you're rocking the knees side to side. Maybe taking an inversion of the legs up in the air, or a plow pose behind you. Maybe let's take a butterfly pose. You know, you can pause the video if you want to end the class in any other way. But from here, we're going to get ready for our Savasana relaxation. We're just going to lay on the ground for a couple of minutes in stillness. So if you like to prepare, if I put an extra layer, covering the eyes or cushioning your head, take your time now, and then come to lay down in a comfortable position. And then when you're there, you can either have the legs out long, with the feet falling to the sides, maybe the width of the mat. Or maybe you like to place the soles of feet on the ground, the knees bent, resting next to each other. Or take a butterfly pose, soles feet together and knees apart. Your arms either resting beside you or upon the body. We're finally closing the eyes down and gazing softly out in front. And just taking a moment to let go and the ground support your body. As we lay here absorbing the benefits of moving our bodies today, we'll be taking a body scan. So I'd like you first to bring your awareness to the crown of the head, focusing here and noticing how it feels. And then using that same focus to scan over the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, along the sides of the face, unclenching the jaw. Taking that awareness all the way to the tops of the shoulders. And from the shoulders we scan down both the left and right arms, noticing the upper arm to the elbow, scanning over the forearms and wrists, your awareness on the arms. I invite you on your exhale to release any tension held there. From the arms, bring the awareness back over to the collarbones. And we scan down over the left side of the rib cage, and then the right. Over the left side of the abdomen, and then the right side. All the way down to the hip space. And with the focus on the top of the body, on your next exhale, allow yourself to soften. From the hips, we scan down the legs, noticing both the left and right thighs, to the knees, circling the attention over the shins and calves, all the way to the ankles and feet. The awareness on the legs on your exhale, allow the legs to relax. Moving that awareness to focus on the lower back. We slowly scan up the spine, travelling from the lower back through the centre, past the shoulder blades, all the way to the back of the neck. With the awareness on the back, on your next exhale, allow any tension held here to melt away into the ground below. Turn the awareness back to the crown of the head. And take a moment to appreciate the whole body, maybe noticing where you make contact with the ground below. Maybe notice the rising and falling of the breath, or just how it feels to lay here now. If there's nowhere you need to be and nothing else that you need to do, taking this time for yourself. And if you notice you're distracted by thoughts or sounds, acknowledge that they're there. Appreciate the spaces between. We're staying here for a moment longer, but if you'd like to pause the video or turn it off and stay here even longer, please feel free to do so. Rolling the wrists and ankles, or softly swaying the head. And if you'd like to, take arms overhead and have a yawn, or hook the knees in over the body. And either remain on the ground to finish the class off, or maybe like to come up to seated by rocking the forwards and back, or rolling over onto one side of the body. Walk the hands up along the ground to an upright position. And when we're there, just taking a moment to check back in, observing how we're feeling. And we'll end today's class as we began. We're taking 3 deep breaths in and signing them out through the mouth together. So exhale first, and take a deep breath in and out through the mouth. Breathing in and back out. One last time, breathing in. A long sigh, back out. From here, maybe like to place hands over heart and just take a moment to thank yourself for showing up, for moving your body and noticing how you wanted to move. Thank you for joining today's class, and take your time to sort yourself out and go back into your day.